Dear Elijah and Elena, if you ever, well, not if you ever, but more than likely, unless you go in like ministry or something, um, when you get your first job, try to remember to never tell a customer or anyone who asks you a question, that's not my job or that's not my department. Try to remember, again, to not tell anyone that is not my job or that is not my department. Because you need to know that, and this goes to anyone who's watching this video, you need to know that many times your supervisor, until the day comes that you are running your own job or running the show, your supervisor is looking out, listening out for that kind of stuff. That really, most places I've ever worked, that whenever I've listened to my supervisor, whenever I've talked with them, that ranked high on their piss me off a meter, right? To hear an employee say, "Oh, that's not my job, or that's not my department," it basically makes them feel and shows them that you're not really willing to put in more than your share of the work. It just looks good when you're able to do more than what your duties are called for. Matter of fact, the last position that I had, well, not the last position, but one position I had before, where I worked in a college, I was an assistant to a school dean, and that was one of the things that she kind of trained me on. And not that it was something I ever actually said. I always tried to go above and beyond the call of duty. But she wanted me to be in the mindset of, to almost be in her mind, if you will. So whenever I was doing a job, or doing my job, I got so good at it that, I could basically know what she wanted or needed before she wanted it or needed it. Or if somebody else asked me to do something, I can kind of think about, okay, what would she do in this situation? What would she want me to do? What would she want me to do for her, so she can just get to work when she needed to get to work? And I think she appreciated that. And that's one of the things that you want to do for your supervisor. Not even because you have to love the job, right? Like most people in this life that we lead and live, are probably not going to have a job that we really like. That's just most folks. There are some of us, there are those, probably that 1%, the ones in Hollywood and music industry and whatever that makes them millions, billions of dollars or whichever. They probably could say that they love what they do. Some of them actually don't even love what they do, even if they keep doing it because because they know they'll make a lot of money. But many people are not that fortunate, and that's just a part of life. You want to always be able to do a job that you will enjoy. However, the goal is, if you're trying to find a career in something, but you're not quite there yet, you want to work your butt off and go above and beyond the call of duty when it comes to your job duties, so you can be in the quote-unquote good graces of your supervisor. I'll tell you another thing that your father got pretty good at over the years is that many times when I left the job, when I gave my letter of resignation, 2 weeks notice or what have you, they usually, it's not bragging, they usually say, hey, if you ever want to come back, or if you ever need something in the future, which or whatever or what have you, they many times will say, hey, call us up, right? And there have been a few times when I've had previous supervisors be like, hey, we'll take you back. And that's a good feeling, right? My thing is not to go backwards. My thing is to go forward. But whenever I think about it, man, if I'm trying to find another job or really need something or whatever, I've been pretty fortunate. I haven't had that, but I've been pretty fortunate that most of the supervisors I've had in the past would hire me back. Or if they, I wasn't trying to go back, I was wanting a letter of reference, they were willing to write that letter of reference. Because many times when you try to move on to a new job, or a job that you really want, or a career that you really want, you will have those persons at the new job call your previous job and call your references, because they want to know, hey, how good is this person really? Am I really getting someone good who's really going to be able to do the job and really going to be able to do more than their fair share of the work, go above and beyond that call of duty? So that's one of those things that you have to think about, okay? So again, I want you to try to hold on to and remember, like I said, two things. Well, they really are one thing, or basically the same thing, which is, do not ever tell a person, a customer, or whoever you're working for, and whoever's asking you a question, that's not my job, that is not my department, and go above and beyond the call of duty. Okay, make your supervisor really, really appreciate you, really respect you, and the day you leave, they really want you to stay, or they will hire you back. Something to think about.